live radio, local podcasts, the Frederick Podcast Network at listenfrederick.com.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? That first Mad Elf always kicks my ass. I'm not gonna lie to you. And it's the holiday season. Why wouldn't I drink a Mad Elf? You follow me? Hey, Thanksgiving is such an underrated holiday to me, though. Personally, I enjoy the New York City parade, football usually, the food, and of course, the naps. I like the naps. Notice that's plural, how I said that too. Anyway, we're talking the turkey holiday with a sprinkle in of all your favorite things, including football. So hang on to your hat. We're about to get.
National Streaming Sports is brought to you in part by BetUs.com, designed for true fans. NFL odds, Week 1 and futures, college football odds, including Heisman Trophy favorites and playoff odds, NBA odds of division winners and playoffs, Major League Baseball playoff and World Series odds, the National Hockey League Conference playoffs and Stanley Cup odds, and boxing wagers. Betting opportunities include versus the spreads and outright winners, also during the game. Use our link on our website, nessp.info, the Bet Us Opportunities webpage, for a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits. Must be 21 years old, and remember, bet responsibly.
You're going to call anyone that loves you. You're going to ask them if you can use their card to buy concert tickets because your card's maxed out. Okay. If they say yes, you get the tickets.
I can't call my parents because they already think I make bad financial decisions. Well, so I think I'll call one of my friends.
Okay.
I'm a little nervous. I feel tingly.
What's your not answer?
Giovanna?
Yes.
I was on SeatGeek earlier and I saw 2 tickets for Olivia Rodrigo at a really, really, really good price. So
Oh my god.
I maxed my credit card out by accident last week. Do you think I could use yours to buy the tickets?
Oh my god, yes.
Did I what?
Yeah, you got the tickets. You got the tickets.
I just want tickets. We're going to go to the concert together. Giovanna, I'll call you later. Love you. Thanks for picking up. Oh my god. I'm going to see Olivia Rodrigo.
Yes, thank you, SeatGeek.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the world, it's time to experience the O's on the Original Sports Podcast.
Man, I got to redo that commercial. I don't want to hear that girl talk about going to see Olivia Rodrigo. I don't even know who Olivia Rodrigo is.
I'm super excited. I'm going to SeatGeek right now. You guys want to go?
You know what I got tickets for today? Post Malone.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
You're too old for that.
No, I'm not. They sing Cowboys songs now. Him and Jelly Roll playing in concert.
You're too old for that.
Is he singing country or is he rapping? Or both?
Oh, man.
What's he doing?
He's a little bit of pop, country. He's kind of mixed a little bit with all of it now.
Yeah. I like the dude. He brings his A game
You're
all the
too
time.
old.
Yeah, ain't no wrong with
You're
that.
too old.
Never too old, baby.
Thank you, Sheen. Thank you, Sheen. We may not agree on Dion. We agree on that, though.
Hey, y'all didn't want to go see Snoop last year, Merriweather with me. I don't know. You can go ahead and see Post Malone. Fine.
I don't want to see Snoop. Something was going on that day. I already had something going down.
Snoop got 3 songs, y'all. Next.
Yeah. Well, we're decorating for Christmas. We got
Okay.
Snoop on the stoop. We got Snoop on the stoop getting ready for Christmas.
Okay.
Is he smoking that weed?
He got a blunt. Yeah. He's next to Elf on the Shelf.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my
You
God.
get him high, huh?
What a bad influence.
Elf on
Secondhand,
the
yeah.
shelf. Hey, fellas, we all eat turkey and spend Thanksgiving with families, you know. Do you have any Thanksgiving traditions at your house? Any rituals that you do? Not a family tradition, but something only you do. Anything going down with you?
Yeah. Okay. Started it when I was maybe 12, 13 years old. Of course, you know, neighborhood kids all play with the turkey bowl. You play football, you know, neighborhood sandlot that day.
Was you over to Tar Pit?
Yeah, man. But where we should never been playing. But still to this day, I would get up, do my thing, whatever. And I swore I would never, I don't eat anything maybe drink some water, have nothing with flavor until it's dinner time. Every Thanksgiving, don't have breakfast. I don't drink coffee anyway. Don't get up, have orange juice. On Thanksgiving Day, I don't eat anything until it's time to go to work. Your thing, Dream.
Then he eats a whole turducken himself.
And what is the reason behind this one, Chops?
Well, when I first started was you didn't want to be bogged down. This might have been my chance to win the Heisman when we used to do the Turkey Bowl. You know what I mean? Even though we're playing Sandlot, I had to be on the, I had to be ready, Freddy. So couldn't eat anything, couldn't be bogged down, right? So then by the time you play, you sit hanging out with your friends before, hanging out after, because after the game, you still want to sit there, BS, whatever have you. By the time I get home, grab a shower, family members coming over, whatever have you. So the first year, so it happened, it wasn't planned. It just the way we worked out, still standing there by the acid pit, laughing, joking, time to eat. But I was like, yo, I don't know if because I was hungry, the food tasted a little better, turkey smelled a little better, gravy was a little richer.
How'd you eat that turkey?
Oh, man, I did. Dude, okay, listen to me. Slice them jokers. Thick, man. Thick, Jack.
Coach knows the best. Coach knows the best kind of turkey.
Smoked turkey.
Wild turkey.
Oh. Hell yeah.
Wild turkey.
My gosh.
Hell yeah. Watson, I know Watson and Noobs played in like a turkey bowl. Rashid, you probably played a turkey bowl. Anybody ever walk away injured from that shit?
Anybody ever what?
Walk away injured from one of those.
Heck yeah, we always ask before the game started. Well, this was as we got older. Hey, who doesn't have insurance? Can't raise your hand. Because listen, it was no holds barred when we played. People was getting hurt. Hey, I hate to say this, somebody got shot and killed on the way out of one. So.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Where was that?
East Liberty.
East Liberty.
Sliberty.
Yeah,
I believe that.
Oh, it did. It went down. I think for me, it's not a tradition. It's just that I guess that when we all get together, everybody's drinking, a fight breaks out.
Oh man, is it usually the same person that starts it, or what?
Yeah.
Is it over spades, tonk? What dominoes?
It could be anything. Like, hey man, I can't even say it right here. I'm sorry. I can't even say it. Your boyfriend, I can't say it.
I got you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's not correct. But yeah, that's usually what
Did you go
happens.
hunting before Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I actually got an 8-point this past weekend.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ho. Hey, for the guys who don't hunt, what's that mean?
Got a buck.
Oh
Got
my
a big
god.
daddy buck.
Yeah.
What's
big
8
old
points?
buck.
What's 8
antler.
points mean?
How are you from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and don't know what an 8?
You don't know, Sheen?
I swear. What's the point? Like on his head? He had 8 points on his head?
No, he got 8 points in the basketball game, more than Bronny James. What do you think?
I don't know, man. I never been hunting.
Oh shit.
That's his whole G-League career too.
Listen, Noobs might be the only friend that I know that does hunt. He's the only one that I have that hunts. I don't know anybody that hunts. I'm dead serious.
I'm the only one of mine, black and white, that don't. I fish, but I'm the only one of my friends, black and white, that don't hunt.
Okay, so where are we hunting in Wilkinsburg?
Crackhead.
Liberty.
Behind the church.
Yes, that's the wrong kind of hunting that leads to the wrong type of things. Yes.
It's easier to.
Oh my gosh.
It's easier
like-
to it's easier to
we didn't
repent.
have we didn't even have deer. Coming when I was coming up in Pittsburgh, we didn't have deer, but there's actually now deer that like down in Homewood, but we never seen deer. I I might not have seen deer until I got to Maryland.
Yeah, but even where we live, we didn't hunt on our block. We went into woods and found a deer. You don't shoot on your own block. You don't shoot from your front porch. You gotta go out on
Google farm or something like that.
Yeah. But also on the same token,
no.
Sheen is from Sheen, are you from Wilkinsburg or Penn Hill? I think Sheen is from Wilkinsburg. My father is from Homewood, so he was the same way. City life.
Do you remember the guy? He'd be dressed all in camo. It's hunting season. He was in camo, not the orange stuff so you can see him. He was in camo. He'd have his shotgun or rifles over his shoulder, be walking through town.
Walking through town.
Is it Wayland, something like that? Back in the day, no one said nothing.
No.
That was normal. He was going up through.
I remember being in high school and our principals talking to a couple of the guys as they parked, because remember they'd park across the street at Dairy Queen and then walk across. And I remember a couple of these guys played football. So after school was over, the principal would come to their truck and look at their hunting rifles, because you knew they all had them in the back of their pickup.
Well, school, you could basically drive them on campus.
Yeah,
and guys had them in their truck on the rack in the window thing right there.
Exactly.
Imagine that shit today.
That was no big deal.
That's what I was gonna say. Can you imagine seeing someone walking around or someone just driving through town with guns on the back of their truck? Like, people will be calling the cops like crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Got to keep it concealed nowadays.
Absolutely. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest driving on campus with with the gun rack, flashing them. It wouldn't be good.
And maybe, and I'll admit, I'm not, since I don't hunt, I'm not big into guns or whatever have you. But down here in Georgia, when I go, still to this day, when I walk into the supermarket and I see a soccer mom with a Glock, feed them with a 357 on their hip, hanging halfway down their thigh, man, how mad must you be that you got to bring a 9 into the produce section? I'm like, Jesus, Lou. Yeah, but I, like I said, my father is from Homewood, Susquehanna Street, so he's like Dream. He didn't hunt, so they wasn't hunting with, Now after he got out of the city, they hunted, But I feel you, Sheen. I feel you. It was city different.
That was
city folk.
Here's another question: where do you go hunting without your bullets flying and hitting someone else or someone in their house? Like, where do you go? Like, I don't even get that. In the woods,
well, you have to
go way up in the woods. Like,
I used a crossbow. I just behind my house. I got 10 acres, so I just went behind my house. But I have a crossbow.
But bow's different from but even when you're on rifle, you have to be so far away from residential.
Yeah, Montgomery County, you can't use a rifle down here. You have to use a pumpkin ball, right?
Shotgun or straight shell. I have a straight shell rifle too.
You can't use those paint pellets. They don't make you use those or rubber bullets.
A lasso.
County.
Wow. Yes.
Yeah. I got a deer a couple weeks ago, fellas. I plowed it with my Jeep too, boy. I hit that son of a gun, ran it right over. I got out. I looked at my Jeep. I was like, damn, what a thing wrong with it. You saw a little hair, nothing. Didn't bust up anything. I was psyched. I was like, now I know why I bought a Jeep.
You thought you were going to put him in the smoker.
So, Noobs, do you cook this stuff?
Oh
no, this guy pulled over and was talking.
Do you gut it or do you have somebody do it for you?
No, well, you got to field dress it. You got to take everything out when you're in the field.
Okay. You do it out there.
Yep.
When you get a processed Noobs, how much of it do you do ground? Do you do any jerky? Do you make your own jerky? Do you do sausage, steaks? What do you normally do?
I tried jerky in the past. I didn't really like it the way it turned out. So I just do basic cuts, and then the rest is burger meat.
I got you.
Yeah, it gets you a few steaks, a few roasts, stuff like that. That's good. The tenderloin is really good.
I got you. The back, you're big on the back strap. That nice tender.
Oh yeah, that back strap's legit. See, Chops knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, man.
We used to go spot when we were kids. We get off the spot like back roads because everybody else went hunting. But the reason we went spotting is because we all drank beers in the car while somebody else spotted.
Yep.
That was back in the day. Hey, fellas, this is a chops question, and I like it. You ready? Okay.
Yes.
We're all thankful for different things. Not getting sentimental, chops says. Describe your perfect Thanksgiving day.
Yeah, don't get sentimental. Of course, we know spending time with family. Like mine, getting up, chilling. Now, again, depends on if I'm deciding to bake or fry, right? Depending on bake or fry. But if I'm baking, depending on whatever have you, or I'll do both, but baking, get up, turkey goes in first, right? So the whole house, 8 starts smelling like turkey. Yeah, that good roasted bird goodness, right? So then
he said don't get sentimental. Easy.
Can't wait for grub to start. Like the house starts smelling all good. Oh man.
He about to bust a nut.
Don't play. Still not playing football. Still not playing football. Don't eat anything all day. Look here, dog. Look here. If come 1, 2 o'clock, because I like to eat early, so then I can go back by like 4:30 or 5 and do it again. Yes, dog. Let me tell you something. I'm telling you right now, and I'll stand on business. If come noon, you're not looking ready to go to work on them vittles and you're not looking forward to it, whoever's cooking your meal ain't cooking it right. Because I'm telling you what, you need to be, look here, you need to be ready to bang
tomorrow night. We'll be up tomorrow night. Yeah.
When it comes close to getting time to grub, it's like 2 monkeys and only 1 banana. It's time to go. Look, somebody gonna miss out. So we got to, man. Are you kidding me?
Hey, Chops is like Boys in the Hood when all the girls ran up and the boys knocked them down, and he was like, "Hoes got to eat too."
You calling a hoe?
Girls are players too.
Hey, you ever see Chops' brother though? For real, he's about 118 pounds.
Who?
Bobby, his brother.
Oh yeah, my brother's small.
Chops' brother.
Oh no.
Yeah, like I think right now he said
he can
put on like 170. Yeah, like right now my brother's like 174 maybe, and that's like heavy for and he's the same. Yeah, and we're completely opposites in everything. Even the martial arts we study. My brother, he'll stand there. To this day, at 50 years old, he'll put his foot up and just hold it there. Me, I'm not doing. I try to even throw my foot higher than my waist. I'm popping joints. I'm ripping. I'm tearing all my. I don't even try it. I'm strictly jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai, dog. Jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai. That's it. But yeah, man, I can't wait. Man, you got me ready for vittles now. Let's get right. Damn right.
Oh,
y'all are bullshitting.
It's nitty gritty in college. A few of the big dog powerhouses, LSU, BAMA, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, they all got 3 losses now. But teams like Boise State and SMU, 1 loss. I don't think it's going to play out well. We only get 12 teams in there.
Listen.
Waddy, what do you think? I know you're watching college football.
Absolutely. I mean, unfortunately, I think some of the big dogs are going to get kind of left out. Remember, this is the first year that we've kind of done this format. So I think they're going to have some bugs to work out, and then eventually they'll figure out how to get the big dogs in there. But this year, I mean, we're going to get what we get, and we're just going to have to like it.
Listen, does the computer pick this?
They have their little formula.
No.
Because listen, I hate to say this, and I've been standing on SEC. I'm going all the way down to South Carolina as a team that could beat Boise, that could beat Penn State, that could beat Indiana, BYU, SMU, PU.
Well, here will be the thing. If you have a team, let's say hypothetically, you have Ole Miss and Bama, or I don't know, Michigan. I don't know. Say Michigan in a bowl game is going to play LSU, but it's not a playoff, but it's another bowl game.
Right.
If you have a Michigan and an LSU, and that game gets more views and a higher rating than a Boise State and a BYU, or a Boise State and a Notre Dame. You know what I mean? Because it ultimately boils down to, we want the best teams, or do we want the teams with the best record? Because you have to take in, you know what I mean? So how does it play?
I want best teams. I want Georgia. I want Bama. Listen, I want about 5 of them from the
I
rest.
disagree. I want the best
Well,
record.
then you got to tell them not to lose.
Exactly.
They're knocking each other off, Waddy. You can't help that you're running through a gauntlet. BYU's playing who? UMass,
and somebody
Toledo.
once said, you got a lot of dogs in the fight, but you ain't got but one bone.
Come on, man. Newbraska. Come on, man. Newbraska. No. I want to hear Newbraska. Go.
I want to get news. And I want this to go to news. But I want to ask News this question so he can throw it into his reply. News, if you have, right, like Boise State or you have LSU, right, make your point who you'd rather see. And yes, Boise State has a better record, but you love who would you rather see? And how do you're on the committee. What do you say to the committee? Either way, whichever what do you say?
I mean, you got to go the political, which would be the better record, but LSU's the better team in my mind, and I would rather watch LSU play. I want to see the guys, the athletes that are going to be playing in the NFL. I don't want to see, like, Boise State's going to have, like, 2 guys that maybe make it in the NFL. LSU's got, like, 15.
I know.
I don't want to see that. I will say that the portal has watered down the talent, like, in the SEC. I feel bad. I think the SEC is not as dominant as it has been in the past because kind of what Deion said. Did you watch Deion's thing where he said, if we took 25 guys that were freshmen and only 10 of them played, 15 would go transfer? I think that's actually happened, and I think that's affected the SEC. Alabama used to be able to get 25 guys, and 5 of them would be 5 stars. The rest would be all 4 stars and maybe a couple 3 stars, and they'd all be studs. And of those 25, probably 15 would go to the NFL. They can't keep those kind of guys anymore because of the portal.
The portal and the money.
But do you guys like?
Yes, and the money.
Do you like the parity in the SEC where we no longer have Georgia and Bama who are running everything?
Right. I do. I like that.
I do too. Yeah. But now, okay, so let me ask you this, Noob, or anybody, since Noob's brought up a good point, and we now have parity. Is it hurting the SEC, the portal, on the aspect of now everybody can be good, but the big boys, the good teams are picking each other off? We're not trying to be funny. Boise State and the guys they play against, they're not being affected by the talent in the portal. You know what I mean? So you have Boise State who has a better record, but is this a participation award or is this we want the best teams? That's going to be the tricky part. You know what I mean? Because like you said, it's SEC teams that are picking each other off.
I think that
you won't know that until you get to the playoff. That's why I said this first year has to play itself out. You have to see what it looks like because it's the first time you get 12. And then once it plays out, then you can make that adjustment, which I'm sure they will because I'm sure money's going to be affected. But you have to let this one play out.
Okay. But that's what the selection team did last year when they gave Florida State the shaft. They had the better record, but their competition, and then also the fact that the quarterback was hurt,
Jordan,
and all these other people were leaving. They were in the portal. The NIL money was elsewhere. They're like, well, we're not going to have you in the primetime game, so you're out. I think they're going to do the same thing.
They went out there and got Sandusky.
What?
Then they went out there and got Sandusky.
You don't want to know what he said.
Oh my goodness! Check it out real quick, fellas. Do you remember? It was the. He's a dirty buzzer. Let's not even that dirty buzzer. Dirty buzzer. Look here, fellas. You got to put your thinking caps on. Put your thinking caps on. Do you remember the NCAA tourney where it was like? I want to say University of George Mason or somebody's small play. They were a Cinderella team, but they went to the Final Four or whatever, and it was one of the lowest ranked Final Fours.
Yes.
Whatever. So, we all said
George Mason was hung with those guys.
But okay, so let's say
from BCC.
Yeah, so say it's Boise State or Notre Dame. Well, Notre Dame's a big, but say it's Boise State or one of these suspect teams that gets in and they play Oregon and get ran buckshot. Certainly nobody wants to see that. I think the ratings will be low. And it's kind of weird. You know, Kevin, you said we got to let it play out, which is true. But man, I'm just worried about some small teams getting there And that ruining everything that we wanted to see, because we wanted to see the LSU's versus Ohio State. We wanted every week.
Don't you think there's people that are going to want to see the Heisman Trophy winner play?
No.
Genty?
No.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I want to see that dude.
But they want to see him play against the big boys. They want to see him play.
Exactly. You want to see if he can take it to these guys, and then what can he do in the next level?
Right, but the Heisman's going to be over by then, isn't it? He gonna win the Heisman, and then he gonna win the Heisman, then he gonna win the Heisman, then have 30 carries for 10 yards.
They got 12 games. They got to start it soon.
Yes, you're absolutely right, Sheen. It'll be if he wins the Heisman, and then he's playing against Ohio State, an Oregon, or a Bama every week, or that's something different. So then now we have to take into consideration: do we want these small teams in? I don't know, man. I don't.
Sorry.
Let it play out. It'll fix itself. It really will. It'll fix itself.
It never does.
Right now, the only small teams that are predicted to be in it is BYU and Boise State.
Yeah. BYU lost twice.
Huh?
Yeah. But you'll also have, because of their record, you'll have Indiana in there. Indiana has only played one team with a winning record or something like that.
They might not be, though. If they win the Big Ten championship game, they won't be in there.
Hold on. But, Kevin, you said something. It'll play itself out. And people say that all the time, but it never does. Even last year, Florida State got shafted. It never plays itself out, fellas. Because of this, we have guys that feel they're going to get shafted, or your record, you've been playing better competition, but your record is worse than mine. And we all know I haven't played the best competition. There's no disrespect. There's a reason why they have the Heartland Hill Trophy, but the Heartland Hill guy is never invited to the Heisman race because you're not playing against the same competition, and we all know that.
Okay, so that's why Penn State doesn't play Pitt. There's nothing in for them. Why don't if they're not playing the competition that you want to see them beat? Why won't they play them? Because there's nothing in it for these top dogs. If they lose to a lower tier team like Boise State, supposedly, then that just wrecks their whole chance of getting in. From a one loss as opposed to a 3-loss. Okay, I lose to Georgia, I lose to Ole Miss, I lose to Alabama, but I'm in the SEC. I'm playing the top dogs. I got 3 losses, but I played some of the competition. Go and play Boise State. You get 1 loss, you're out for good. If put up or shut up, these guys got to do something about it. And I
don't even know what conference they're in. What conference is Boise?
Mountain West.
And remember, too, this is the reason why they went to 12. Because the little guys, or whatever we want to say, call or whatever, they were getting left out. They had no chance to get into the top 4. This is the reason why.
How about
so now? That's what I'm saying. Let them play, and then you'll see what happens, and then the NCAA will make that adjustment.
All right, Watson. You hold you to that, Watson.
My dear Watson.
When I'm getting dressed for New Year's and I'm looking real good and watching TV, getting dressed, and they getting shellacked, I'm going to be mad at you, just so you know.
Well, I'm not saying that they're going to get shellacked. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying the reason why they went to 12 is because of the small teams that couldn't get into the top 4, had no shot of getting into the top 4. So this was their way of adjusting and giving those guys a chance. That's all it is.
Giving them a small chance because even the big
Cincinnati
teams are getting it. Yeah.
No, but Waddy's, you're right. You're spot on, Waddy. That's exactly what it is. I like it. That's a good point about them having a shot to get in, and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Okay. And we're gonna say we all know what's gonna happen.
Look
One
at
of these
Cincinnati
teams may have
2 years ago, fellas. Cincinnati was legit.
I don't even know who they played or who they beat.
Let's get into.
What?
I would like to see if we had a Boise State or a BYU, if they're running the gauntlet of the SEC every week. Even if you don't think the Big Ten is a gauntlet, they're competitive. If you're in that every week, that does something different to you. We know Boise State always has the best roster, no matter who they're playing in their conference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
We got a comment from Hooksy.
Joe Hooks. Let's go, Coach Hooks.
I agree with that. I mean, that's what it should be anyway.
Exactly.
You're going to get more money with the big dogs. Ain't
It's
nobody
all
going
about
to see Boise State. Ain't going to see Boise State. They ain't going.
And that's what I mean. That's why I said if Boise State gets run out of the building, then the NCAA will basically find a way to make sure those guys aren't back because they are going to lose money. So that's what I'm saying. It's going to fix themselves. NCAA is not going to lose money in this thing. They're going to make sure of that. So,
oh no, they'll never lose money because we'll always watch regardless.
Yeah.
If they play on that ugly ass blue field, if they play on that ugly ass blue field, they're losing my money because I'm not watching that shit.
The fellas, there's a reason even when they surprised Oklahoma, they still didn't go top five, Power 5 conference. I don't know why, but they got that win against. Well, it'll be interesting. I mean, I'm still going to watch. I would rather see more SEC teams in there, but we'll see.
Roll on.
I'm willing to bet that at the end of the day, in a few years, we're going to see 16 teams. It's not going to be 12. They're going to open this up even more.
All right.
I think that's where they're headed anyway.
Let's go.
Yeah, especially the way everything is set up.
When does that start? Right after Thanksgiving.
January. January. Yep. I think the national championship is what? The third weekend in January, something like that.
Is it
the third week now?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'm pretty sure. Hey, let's move on. Let's talk a little NFL. You guys surprised what the Eagles have done? Like, we were all talking about Sirianni being hammered and throwing him out the door. The Eagles have turned this around a little bit.
More hammered than you with that Mad Elf.
I know. Hell yeah. One down, one to go.
At the end of last year, they wanted his head on a platter, I think.
They did.
They just
so did some of us, but I think now he's good to go, right? Would we say he's safe?
Yeah, he's safe. He figured out give the ball to that guy behind me and let him run. He figured it out, and now that opens up the receivers. Yep. I mean, it ain't rocket science. Dude.
Well, I agree with Hooks on this one too. I agree with him on this one. Eagles should have more pressure to win with that roster over the Ravens. Yep.
Oh, of course.
I think the Ravens got as much pressure as the Eagles, to be honest with you. I mean, if you think about it, they, how many MVPs Lamar has now?
Go back to his last statement, though, Coach. He says the division. Their division.
I didn't see that statement.
Okay. Well,
I didn't see that statement.
Their division is not as strong as the NFC or AFC North, and so whenever you compare that, you throw that in the mix, it's a different ballgame. I think. Yeah, there's pressure, but not as much because their division's wide open.
Yeah. Well, I think ours is too.
Eagles should run away. Eagles should run away with that division. But here's what I don't understand. On one hand, we'll say teams have pressure because you have the roster and this, that, and the third. But also, we all know the comment and the saying, any given Sunday. So any given Sunday, any team can be beat.
Or Thursday.
So yeah. So if you're saying that and you live by that any given Sunday, then we're putting pressure on you. But we also know on any given day you can be beat. But you're right, Mark. And think about this: the Eagles are 9-2 now. 9-2. So at worst, Sirianni was on a 2-game losing streak, and people were talking about taking his head. Where he was just at the Super Bowl, a season or two before? Yep. That's my problem with sports now, and just everything is a meme. And now. Right now, we look at players, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, whatever it is, and we get prisoners of the moment, But to me, Saquon is the man. In the Eagles, there should be pressure on him because last year you fell off a cliff, but the year before you were in the Super Bowl. You've made adjustments. You acquired new talent. There should be pressure on you just because we know what you're capable of. And the rest of your conference is pretty much Garbinos. You know what I mean? They really, to me, You know, and I hate to say Garbinos, but the way the Commanders lost, can it get any more hard? Oh, I feel bad for this guy.
That was funky.
Man.
Rough. Hey, I will say Sirianni kind of pulls it on himself, though. He's kind of a jackass with some of the dumb shit he says.
But it's Philly. Don't forget, Philly beat up Santa Claus. You know what I mean? That's how Philly. You remember when Darren Dalton was playing for the Phillies, and it's basically like the Phillies took their sons to work or their kids to work. Darren Dalton was having a terrible season. You can look it up. And they booed his 7-year-old son. The Philadelphia Eagles or the Philadelphia Phillies fan booed his 7-year-old. They're ruthless. That was the first stadium. The Eagles Stadium was the first stadium that ever put a jail in the stadium for unruly fans. Do you know how bad you have to be to figure we need to add a jail?
Well, I don't know if you've been to Philly lately, but it's pretty funky. And
that's terrible. Terrible.
Just telling you, just letting you know.
Man.
On Maradei.
Onward. Okay. Let's talk about Bo Nix a little bit, fellas. Is Bo Nix going to end up being the best quarterback drafted in this draft?
Again, he's a prisoner of the moment. They're doing well now. They haven't played, but the teams they're playing haven't been very well, and he's coming up. But I just see Jaden Daniels coming out. Let's not forget, Bo Nix is with a coach that's supposed to be a quarterback whisperer or whatever have you. That's not what Jaden Daniels has, and Jaden Daniels is showing out. I just think, fellas, I just think Jaden Daniels is going to be the better quarterback. I still have him for my rookie of the year. That's me. That's me. But we'll see. But Bo Nix is better than I thought. I'll give him that. He's better than I thought. But
do you think that this class is going to be as good as 83?
No. And I'm not saying it'll never happen.
Wait. So none of those guys are generational talents.
They won't equal that. No.
Even though, think about this. Not trying to be funny. I understand neither Marino nor Jim Kelly have rings. I get that. But fellas, it's going to be hard to no. Eventually, I don't know if we'll ever see it in our lifetime, but maybe eventually a quarterback class will be better. But that's hard. And think about this. You're now in a league where the quarter is geared for the quarterback. They're basically setting you up for success, and these guys aren't getting it. Man, you would say what you want, dog.
Let me ask you a question. Is Caleb Williams just need a different coach? Or y'all just think he ain't good?
Maybe they should just move Chicago to LA.
Damn, new guys recovered his face.
That guy. He has so much
damn organization somewhere else.
Dude, he has so many good receivers. Come on.
But like I said, Caleb Williams came from a division where they didn't play defense. Defense was a 4-letter word. It's still a 4-letter word in the Pac-12. It just is. You know, some of those plays, when he's looking, he's throwing play, whether it was him, whether it was Liner, whomever, you go back, quarterbacks for the Pac-12. And Jaden Daniels, he's doing his work. It ain't the Pac-12, the Arizona. No, he went to LSU. He went to LSU and really stepped up his game. But to me, it is the perfect storm. I don't think he's generational talent.
Okay.
Caleb Williams, and he's with a terrible organization.
Listen, I gotta be honest here. I got that from my boy Rex Ryan. He said that Bo Nix not generational talent, but those other guys are, and he thinks that they have a shot at 83. I love my man Rex Ryan. That's my guy.
Well, here's the thing. Everybody has a shot, but when it's 4, 5, 6 years down the road, and you're like, damn, I was wrong. Again, everybody's prisoners of the moment. Jaden, your boy Williams had a good game this year. I saw on a couple of different shows. He arrived. Has Caleb Williams arrived? Is he here now? He had one good game. One good game. Really? No, don't get his gold jacket ready just yet.
All right, Maradei, moving on. Are you done drinking?
No, I'm trying to fix this whole feedback thing we got going on.
Got you.
I know y'all be mad at me for that, but I don't know what it is.
It's okay. I'm not mad. Chops, Chops is the curmudgeon. He's the only curmudgeon here.
What are you trying to fix?
Hey, the feedback. There's an echo, I've been told.
Yeah, you already hear it?
Okay.
I know I'm not tripping.
No, I hear the echo for sure.
Yeah.
Weeks ago, we were all worried about Tua, but he hasn't had a concussion or any issue lately.
Yeah, what happened?
Should his people be worried about him? That they do something in the offseason? What do you think Miami's up to right now?
Come on, dude.
You should always be worried because once you get a concussion, I mean, the next one's, it gets worse and worse and worse, longer to recover and so forth. But I'm sure it's in the back of everybody's mind that, the next one could be it. The next one could be it. There's no doubt.
Yeah, it's way in the back because no one's mentioning it. Like,
yeah. I think it might be, it might be one of those things where we don't want to talk about it because we don't want it to happen,
Okay.
You bury it.
Okay. All right. I like that.
It was amazing to me because NFL is all about, wearing them fat head helmets during training camp. They're all about the CTE and bringing recognition. They do a movie at Heinz Field and all that. And now it's like, oh, we got to sweep us on the rug because we don't want whatever. Is it about the money? Exactly. That's what I was thinking, Shane.
Yeah. Yeah.
As Dion would say, must be the money.
Yeah.
Without
Hey, look, if that was my guy, I'd still be trying to get myself another guy for next year. Because if he goes down one more time, it might be the end of him.
It's got to be. That's scary where he's at right now.
I'm not talking about just like his football career. I mean, we've seen this guy like this.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Like that's scary shit to me.
Yeah. No, I mean, one hit away and you ask him, hey, Tua, what day is it? Don't play with matches. And
that's for anybody. That's for anybody. But like Coach said, that stuff's it compounds. It just builds up, and then just one, just like it doesn't even need to be a hit. That last time wasn't even a real hit.
Hey, Hooks had a couple of good points that we missed right here. He was talking about Lamar and Josh Allen in that class. Then he went on to talk about how Caleb is soft, a crybaby mama boy, and I'm down with that, Joey. I'm down with that, huh? But he did say the kid from Shepherd is going to take his spot soon.
Badger.
Yeah. Badger. Yeah. Badger's talented. He just probably just needs some game time. Yeah.
He's a tougher kid,
Not if he's in Chicago.
Hey, fellas, Waddy got a solution for the NFL, and he wants to share this shit. He wouldn't even tell me what it was. Go ahead, Waddy.
Here we go.
All right. But no. I'm not going to say a solution. I want to call it a suggestion, okay? Because first I go back to when you were talking about the things we do for Thanksgiving, right? You were talking about that. And the one thing I always go back to is college football. And do you guys remember the old rivalry games, basically from Thanksgiving, that whole weekend? Do you guys remember that? Like the Nebraska, Oklahoma, Texas, those games. Those games, like you think about them, you don't forget, they create that rivalry. Does the NFL have that rivalry? Do they have that feel?
They don't have that feel because it's a different league, but they have those rivalries.
I think you get Steelers, Ravens, Commanders, Cowboys, Vikings, Packers.
Okay.
Bears, Packers.
Bears, Lions.
But see how you guys are. You're thinking about it too hard there. But in the college game, you can just go at it, and it's just like you just name bang, 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 bang. And then it happens over Thanksgiving weekend, right?
Yeah.
So why don't the NFL create rivalry games over Thanksgiving weekend? For example, AFC, NFC, Pittsburgh, Philly, always play Thanksgiving weekend. We have to play that extra NFC game anyhow, right? Correct. So then you go like New York. Those two play. Then you have the battle of I-95. The Ravens and the Commanders always play. Then you could have same thing with the Chargers and the Rams. Then you could have the 49ers, Oakland, or Las Vegas, or whatever. Those guys play. You create those natural rivalries where they play them every year, and then you play them over Thanksgiving.
Well, let's
then
not
you get good games.
Okay, I would say, is this so we
But
went?
then you could also, then you could also add in. Hold on. Man, you remember this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
Remember that trophy? You can add in just like you do for like these guys in college. They play for a little bit of a trophy, right? So you can have that battle I-95. There's a trophy there. You can have, say, Cleveland and Green Bay, two of the oldest franchises, some type of a trophy. You know, Tennessee and New Orleans, battle of the music. I mean, you could create something, and then you get the excitement with the fans. It creates that whole weekend. You got something to look forward to. Just to add to the NFL.
Are you saying this because you're not going to watch the Giants versus Cowboys?
You got it.
Well, here's the thing. But
absolutely terrible.
You're right. But here's the thing. Even if you had Steelers-Eagles, it would be a good game but it would be the same interest if you played it on Thanksgiving or if you played it 5th week of the season. Because don't forget, those college games were conference rivals. Steelers and Eagles, that's NFC, AFC. If the Steelers lose the NFC,
cross-state rival.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. This is what you're going to create. A rivalry has to start somewhere. This is the base. This would be the start of that. The Battle of I-76, baby. Let's go.
So I like it, KY. Here's what I say. I say instead of a trophy, give him $50,000 extra or something like that.
There you go. The NBA does like in-season tournament. The NBA does.
Fellas,
the winner gets $50K.
There you go.
Did the Ravens play the Commanders this year? Do they?
Yeah,
okay.
They do.
Yeah,
because the Steelers play the Eagles. And I'm telling you, we all know the Steelers Ravens and Steelers Bengals, Steelers Browns, and the pros are different from college on the aspect of your division rivals are what matter. You know what I mean?
You're missing his point, though.
You're missing the point.
You're talking about.
I'm not going to take that stuff away. I'm adding to it. I'm adding it.
They're having the Chiefs and the Raiders, or Chiefs and Raiders because they're divisional. But again, in the NFL, it's going to come. It matters if your team does well. I guess you could see, but nobody's like the Steeler fans. We're not caring about beating the Eagles because that doesn't do anything for the schedule. It doesn't do anything for
if you keep playing.
If 50,000's on the line, you will.
Yeah, we're trying to get good games on Thanksgiving, Chops. Yes, we don't want to watch the Giants. We don't want to watch the Giants and Cowboys. We'll be asleep. We eat your we'll eat your turkey. That stuff will kick in. We'll be asleep.
Are you going to watch DeVito and Cooper Rush? I'm not. I might be watching.
I'm just saying it's another way of getting good games, and then you do it consistently every year. Rivalry games.
Terry, Sizzler, you're the accountant. Look at what are the ratings for Thanksgiving Day games. I guarantee you the NFL is still making money and they're still bigger than that.
Yeah, listen. Yeah, the TV's on, but nobody's watching.
That's right.
They don't give a furry rat's ass.
Oh, yeah, okay, I get that point, but you're not, so you're missing his point.
Pirates tell you that. The Pirates, you don't care if you watch as long as you're still coming to the stadium and we can make money. They don't care about that.
Last year, 133 million watched.
Chops.
The second highest Thanksgiving Day total was last year, 133
Yeah, the
million.
TV's on, but no one's home.
33.7 watch the Packers.
I got Toledo and Akron on right here. I ain't watching that shit.
But they're getting credit. But they're getting credit for it being viewed.
Right, but that ain't what he's saying.
Fellas, the NFL is about money. They don't care if we watch it or not.
Okay, so that's what you're saying.
So that's what you're saying. You're saying that. Let's say, okay, let's jump 50 years from now. Philly and the Steelers have played every year. For 50 years, they played the same game at the same time. You're going to tell me that those ratings won't be skyrocketing?
the fact that they're showing the Cowboys and the Giants this year, you guys are missing the point. They don't need the ratings.
Whoa. It's his point. How are we missing it? It's his point.
They trying to get them more. That's more money.
Fellas, if the TVs are on, they're showing the Cowboys and the Giants. Those are terrible games, and let's see what the ratings are. And you're right. Even if nobody watches, the NFL owns a day of the week. They're not, and especially even if you start having rivalries. Now, I understand that anybody can get hurt, whatever have you. But if you start putting on games, we'll see. We'll see. I don't think they'll ever do it. Only because
I just throwing it out there.
Yeah, but the NFL is not trying to get better. They're really not.
Chops, here's your 3 games. Bears at the Giants, Giants at the Cowboys, and Dolphins at the Packers.
Okay, say those one more time, Mark.
Bears at the Lions, Giants at the Cowboys, and Dolphins at the Packers.
Okay. The Dolphins and Packers, I don't know what they were last year. We had the second team, the Giants and the Bears, whomever. They weren't playoffs team last year. So you didn't expect them to be good this year. They don't care. And they made the rule that the Lions, as you can look it up, the Lions play every.
Chops missing this point.
It's written. No, fellas, the NFL is already making big money. They don't care if we watch or not. They're already making big money.
We understand that. That's your point. His point is getting better games on.
Why would? Okay, and I'll say the same thing.
You're saying we don't need better games.
We would like better games, but why would the NFL, just like the Pirates, why would they change their roster and become?
Okay, so there you go. Okay, all right. So you're saying
yes,
who cares
I would
about
like better
games?
games.
Gotcha.
I would like better games.
Gotcha.
The fact that they're putting on the Cowboys and Giants shows you they don't care what we think. They could change games and flex games whenever they wanted. Gotcha. The fact that they are now showing the Bears lets us know they don't care about what we think. They're showing Tommy Chicken Cutlets or whatever his name is. They got him playing. Fellas, they don't care. They're not going to change it. They're not going to change it. You're right. There could be some good games. Hell, I'd rather see the Ravens Steelers or the Giants, or not the Giants, the Commanders Cowboys, the interdivisional rivalry games on Thanksgiving.
I want to see. Do that. I'd rather see the Edmonton Eskimos versus the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Ooh, that's a game. Their season's over though. Hey fellas, let me ask you this.
They know your TV will be on come Thursday.
Hey,
I don't see the NFL doesn't care.
We chopping this up too much.
Move it on, Mark.
The Giants cut Daniel Dimes Jones off. Okay, that's it. Danny Dimes is done. Where's he going to end up? Because now he passed through. Now he passed through waivers. He can go anywhere and get a pittance. Where's he?
I can't believe he's not signed yet.
San Francisco.
I was just say San Fran. Purdy hurt.
I say San Francisco.
I was
Watson.
I'm going to say if he wants to go.
Go ahead.
If he wants a winning team, it'll probably be San Francisco. If he just wants to go out there and play and try to rectify his career or whatever, then Vegas. I'm probably looking at Vegas. Yep.
Well, he did say he wants to go to a playoff team.
Yeah, he is sucks.
Vegas out.
I mean,
he is.
Well, that's why I said differentiated the two. You know,
but if he's in a playoff team, if he goes to a playoff team, do you guys think he's a starter now?
No.
He's not beating up Brock Purdy.
That's why they're in the playoffs, because they have a quarterback.
I think he should go to Dallas.
Hey, we got 7 minutes left.
Dallas?
I'm surprised he hasn't been yet.
Dallas just gave Dak that big ass contract. They can't take on another one.
Hey.
Go ahead, Gene.
What kind of
we got 7 minutes left.
Now.
We need to discuss this Jim Thorpe thing because that thing's on my mind. Sorry.
You've never heard of Jim Thorpe. I can't believe you've never heard of Jim Thorpe.
Listen,
I agree.
What you mean? Listen, if he ain't done shit, what am I going to hear? What has he done?
Huh?
Listen. Covering Randy Moss is different than carrying. Covering Randy Moss is different than covering Raymond Berry. Way different.
Oh my God.
That's when he played back then.
Listen, you can't bump Randy Moss. You can bump Raymond Berry all day.
They named an award after him.
Check his ass. Check his ass. Check his
He's
ass.
a gold medalist.
He
He's a
won
gold
2
medalist.
gold medals.
Oh my God!
He's a gold medalist winner.
Wow! You off chain, man.
I'm just saying. Like they were talking about like a decathlon and a pentathlon. Listen, that's cool, but listen, nobody ever watches the Olympics and say, "God damn, when was the pentathlon coming on?"
Well, they're not going to change the Fred Biletnikoff Award to Jerry Rice Award. They're not going to do that. And again, don't forget that is a college award. Thorpe was the man in college.
Who's Davey O'Brien?
Davey O'Brien was a quarterback. What? We're losing credibility having you even speak on this right now.
Who do you play for, Chomps? Go, tell me.
Oh my God.
Man, David, you're killing me. If you hadn't asked me quarterback, I would ask you.
Somebody tell me. I'm waiting.
Hold on.
Oh my God.
And don't be looking it up because I'm watching all of y'all. Who did Davey O'Brien play for?
Oh man, I can't even sit there.
Right, because he wasn't shit, obviously.
You're killing me. If you want to question, I would question why can a quarterback win the Heisman, but he wouldn't win the Davey O'Brien Award?
I don't give a damn about that, man. The award should be called Defensive Back Award, Wide Receiver Award, Tight End Award. I know Mackey. I do know him. I know Ray Guy. He was a hell of a punter for the Raiders. I know him.
You're talking about college awards. Ray Guy was
it's cool to have the name of the best guy that ever played that position. I think that's legit.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know Dave O'Brien.
That ain't my problem. He played for the Eagles.
How is he the best? If we don't know who he is, noobs. How is he the best if we don't know who he is?
Probably because we haven't done our research.
Okay, I'm doing my research. I'm gonna do it all tonight, and I'm gonna write y'all a report. It'll be on your desk by the morning.
But you didn't know what an 8-point was when we first started. You didn't know what an 8-point was.
Stop. But that's a culture thing. I'm trying to name things from the city of Pittsburgh that none of y'all can get. I can guarantee you that. Go ahead.
Did you know that he won the Heisman and the Maxwell?
Who's he?
Davey O'Brien.
Listen. Who did he play for? Who did he play against?
He played for the Eagles.
I do know Davey O'Brien played like in the 30s. I do know.
Oh, Lordy. Listen, we had this debate. If you have not played against everybody, what you have done is not relevant. Like, that's crazy. Like, if y'all don't agree with that, that's crazy.
Who's everybody?
Everybody. Blacks, whites, Indians, Hispanics, everybody. Like, what you did against slow guys don't impress me.
Hold on.
There's a reason why, there's a reason why certain high schools are good, and there's a reason why certain high schools aren't good. There's a reason. There's a reason for that. There's a reason.
Sheen, listen to me. Your argument is it's literate, it's well spoken, it's articulate.
It's a lot of shit.
Listen to me. You're not. It's articulate, it's well spoken, and it isn't right. Like we did. They're not going to call it the best quarterback, the best DB award. They're going to name it after someone, and it just goes on tradition. That's who it was.
So can it never change? Because shouldn't we call it the Larry Fitzgerald Award? Like, I don't even know where Fred Biletnikoff went to college. Where'd he go? Ohio State, Florida State?
So let me ask you a question then. So they should change the name of the Grammy Award, the Emmy Award, all that too?
Is that named after somebody Grammy? Is it Jimmy Grammy?
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know that. We don't know. We can't say that. But we do know that I don't know Davey O'Brien. Like, I don't know this dude. Like, how? Why?
So
Fred Biletnikoff was a bad boy, though. I came from.
I'm not denying that. Right. So is Jim Thorpe covering Biletnikoff?
Jim Thorpe was a crazy guy.
Why
dude, against who, noobs?
In the early 1900s.
Like you can this is your issue right here though, Shane. Really, you can't compare people from the 30s, the 20s to people of the 90s, 2000s. It's impossible. The game has changed so much.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Listen,
the training alone is trained.
Right. So Jim Thorpe,
but he's one of the, like, quote unquote, I say the word, founders of football. He's one of the original.
I'm gonna give you that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you that. But listen, when they're not even throwing, if they're not even doing the forward pass, how is there a defensive back award named after this guy? Like, that's crazy. Crazy.
You're from Pittsburgh and don't like sandwiches. Who'd have thunk it?
I don't like sandwiches.
And you're from
How many
Pittsburgh.
gummies do you have tonight?
How many what?
Gummies.
3.
Okay. All right. I'll tell you about the Davey O'Brien Award right there. Hey, fellas, we're going to take this show to the finish line.
New Bastard got something to say.
Nah, I just think those guys that like awards are named after, they're legit. Like that, they were really, really good.
And listen, and I'm not denying their legitimacy. Okay, I'm not doing that. What I'm saying is, I would think that if, all right, man. Like, let me ask y'all a question. So when you say best defense, when you say best cornerbacks, who's your top 3? Go real quick.
Corner?
Yeah.
Of all time?
Yeah.
We can all have different ones, so that's why they just stick with the old Jim. But they just stick with the old Jim Thorpe.
But who you gonna say? Who's gonna be your first one? Everybody gonna have the same first one.
But don't you think for those guys who win that award, that's an honor to win that guy's award?
Yes.
Because they know where that guy came from.
It's the history. It's the history.
Exactly.
That's like the Walter, okay, so let's fast forward. It's like the Walter Payton Award. Are we going to start calling it someone else because somebody did way more charity work than Walter Payton?
Yeah,
I don't know what he did for charity, so I don't know what he did for charity, so I can't speak on that.
He doesn't eat peanut butter and jelly. Why are we arguing with this man? He doesn't even eat
Hey,
peanut butter and
Chops.
jelly.
Hey, Chops, F you and F your turkey. Good night.
He doesn't eat peanut butter and jelly. Why are we arguing with this man? He doesn't even eat peanut butter and jelly.
We're bringing this show to the close because we're at the 8 o'clock hour. We're going to go around today and say what we're thankful for, and I'm going to end this shit right here, right now. Let's go ahead and start with Rasheen. Rasheen, what are you thankful for?
Oh, man, I'm thankful for my family, of course. That's easy. My wife, my lovely kids. That's easy.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Sis?
What?
All right, Noobs?
Thankful for being on this show and somebody muted Sheen. That's what
I'm thankful to have T-Sis as my defensive coordinator for girls flag football. We kicked ass, Poolsville football. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Chops, don't get sentimental.
No, man, but number one family and all that. But honestly, being here another year, man, there's a lot of cats and people that didn't see our age, man. Real talk. Keep say what you want. A lot of people did not see our age. I'm thankful to be here another year, dog. Real talk.
Oh yeah. Lottie?
Saying that, I was gonna, obviously with the normal one, which is family in itself. But yeah, just being around, you got another year and hopefully another one to come,
I'm thankful for you guys, man. This has been a lot of fun. I'm in my 5th year of doing this. I started out winging it solo. I moved into having different people on with me. But this has been a lot of fun getting you guys on here through thick and thin. Whether we get people who listen to us or not, it's just fun to shoot the shit about sports and have fun just bantering with each other, joning each other. Obviously, I'm thankful for God and my family too. But, this is really important to me. This gives me an outlet on a weekly basis that I look forward to. So, I appreciate you guys.
Dude, what is Shane even doing?
I don't know. Hey, check out our website and our social medias and our networks. Our website is podpage.com, Original Sports Podcast with Mark Maradei. You can find us at OSP with MM on Facebook, X, and Snapchat. You can find us at Original Sports Podcast with Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. A shout out to our networks, Let's Talk Sports, Sideline Sports, ESEM, which is Elite Sports and Entertainment Network, and they've been very instrumental in a lot of stuff we're doing lately. Manning Media, Peak One Sports, and I've been contacted by 2 new networks. So we may be adding to the repertoire come 2025. You can catch this show on Roku at neesp.info, which is Roku as well, from 7 to 8 on Tuesday nights. I want to give a big shout out to Steve Medley and Charlie Hodgson for doing our voice intro and our music. And if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, or anything for us, reach out to us at originalsportspodcast@gmail.com. Make sure you check us out every week on Tuesday nights from 7 to 8 to Experience EO.
Gummy number 4 coming right.
Yeah, here we go.
This podcast is part of the Frederick Podcast Network. Learn more at listenfrederick.com.